we have been exporting a large amount of our kidney beans to Europe. In fact, it's about 60% of our export business. And as we look at that, we're looking at $25 million in sales. And as we stand today, we just don't have anything going out the door.
And so you can't find another customer to make up the gap for what you would be potentially losing to the EU?
I know they're on automatic.
Well, not really, because as we look at the whole business side of it, the U.S. produces far more than they will consume. Mm-hmm. And it's a crop that's grown every year. We're getting ready to be at the end of our current crop, and we'll start harvesting our 2018 crop momentarily. And when Europe's your largest market and it dries up or becomes too expensive for your buyers, you're stuck.
I understand that, and I also understand that part of running a business is investing for the future. It makes it very hard to do when you're uncertain about what that future is going to look like. What have you done or not done when it comes to planning for investments as a result of these retaliatory tariffs that may or may not be coming down the line with the EU?
Well, for 2017, we had about $3.5 million of investments that we have stopped. And for 2019, we were looking at putting in a new line, which would have been about another 10 to 15 million. So with the uncertainty that's out there, we can't justify the cost of any more new investments.
How do you feel as you sit there and the retaliatory tariffs from the European Union, for example, were driven by tariffs that the administration put on steel and aluminum? And the retaliation comes not to steel and aluminum, but to kidney beans.
Well, it seems rather backwards, doesn't it? As we pay more now for our steel and aluminum and we can't ship what we have, it doesn't make any sense. And it was definitely politically pointed, I believe, by the EU in the products that they chose to put the retaliatory tariffs on.
Do you favor or understand the administration's push to open up markets, that's the ultimate goal, but quarrel with the methods that are being used to do it? Is that a fair expression of how you feel or not?
Well, really not, because as I see it, the European Union in agriculture has not been that big of a problem as far as having unfair tariffs or having free trade. Kidney beans are not a supported commodity as other crops in the farm program. There's crop insurance that may be available at a discounted price because of the Farm Bill. But we have been trading and being competitive for a long number of years. So it really feels like we're being slapped needlessly over these tariffs.
Cindy, we have to go, but very quickly, can I ask you, how do you feel about the idea of a bailout, a $12 billion bailout? Is that what you want?
No. Trade is far better than aid. And as we look at $12 billion in payments to farmers, first of all, it's going to be pennies on a dollar for corn or soybeans or pork. And in reality, look at our budget deficit. How can we afford, after this last tax cut, or what I just heard about, tax cut 2.0, how as a country can we afford that? And it's not sustainable. That's just this year. What's 2019 going to bring? Give us back the opportunity to sell our products.